When Yeshua and his disciples were come to Capernaum, they that received the half shekel came to Petro and said, Doth not your teacher pay the half shekel? He saith, Yea. And when he came into the house, Yeshua spoke first to him, saying, What thinkest thou, Simon? The kings of the earth, from whom do they receive toll or tribute? From their sons, or from strangers? And when he said, From strangers, Yeshua said to him, Therefore the sons are free. But lest we cause them to stumble, go thou to the sea, and cast a hook, and take up the fish that first cometh up, and when thou hast opened his mouth, thou shalt find a shekel. Take that, and give to them for me and thee. Matthew chapter 18. In that hour came the disciples to Yeshua, saying, Who then is greatest in the kingdom of the skies? And he called to him a little child, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Amen, I am saying to you, except ye turn, and become as little children, ye shall certainly not enter into the kingdom of the skies. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of the skies. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whosoever shall cause one of these little ones that believe on me to stumble, it is profitable for him that a great millstone should be hanged about his neck, and that he should be sunk in the depth of the sea. Woe to the world because of stumbling blocks! For it must needs be that the stumbling blocks come, but woe to that man through whom the stumbling block cometh. And if thy hand or thy foot causeth thee to stumble, cut it off, and cast it from thee. It is good for thee to enter into life maimed or halt, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into the aeonic fire. And if thy eye causeth thee to stumble, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. It is good for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into the Gehenna hell of fire. See that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I am saying to you that in skies their messengers do always behold the face of my Father who is in skies. How think ye, if any man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, is it not that he shall leave the 99 upon the mountains, and having gone, be seeking the one going astray? And if so be that he find it, Amen, I am saying to you, he rejoiceth over it more than over the 99 which have not gone astray. Likewise, it is not the will of your Father who is in skies that one of these little ones should perish. And if thy brother sin, go, show him his fault between thee and him alone. If he hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he hear thee not, take with thee 1 or 2 more, that at the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 every word may be established. And if he refuse to hear them, tell it to the assembly. And if he refuse to hear the assembly also, let him be to thee as the one of a nation and the publican. Amen, I am saying to you, what things soever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in sky, and what things soever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in sky. Again I am saying to you that if two of you shall agree on earth about any verdict of which they might ask, it shall be done for them of my Father who is in skies. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together for the advantage of my name, there am I in the midst of them. Then came Petro and said to him, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive for him? Until 7 times? Yeshua saith to him, I say not to thee until 7 times, but until 70-fold and 7. Therefore is the kingdom of the skies likened to a certain king, who would make a reckoning with his bondservants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought to him, a debtor of 1,000,000 talenta. But forasmuch as he had not wherewith to pay, his lord commanded him to be sold, and his woman, and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The bondservant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And the lord of that bondservant, being moved with compassion, released him, and forgave him the debt. But that bondservant went out and found one of his fellow servants, who owed him 100 denarii, and he laid hold on him, and took him by the throat, saying, If thou art owing anything, pay thou. So his fellow servant fell down and besought him, saying, Have patience with me, and I will pay thee. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison, till he should pay that which was due. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were exceeding sorry, and came and told to their lord all that was done. Then his lord called him to him, and saith to him, Thou wicked bondservant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou besoughtest me. Shouldst not thou also have had mercy on thy fellow servant, even as I had mercy on thee? And his lord was wroth, and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that was due. Likewise shall also my skyly Father do to you, if ye forgive not every one his brother from your hearts. And it was when Yeshua had finished these words, he departed from the Galilee, and came into the borders of the Judea, beyond the Jordan. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there.